Hey everyone, this isn't a normal video I make, but I've had this interesting issue and I thought I'd just record it, just maybe to help somebody else out. If you have a D5 pump on your system that has failed, this is maybe something you can check that might help you out. So typically when your D5 fails, they say to make sure you clean out all the debris, make sure there's nothing there, make sure the impeller's clear, and make sure you can spin the impeller freely, which you can notice with this one works fine, right? This is a failed impeller. The way you can tell is simply set your D5 on a table, grab just the impeller, and see if you can spin it. If you can't, that means there's too much resistance, and basically the motor doesn't have enough juice to turn the impeller. So let me show you what it looks like on a good impeller. So pull this one out, put in a replacement impeller, and now if I just grab here, you can see it spins freely and it doesn't lift the unit off the table. So that's how yours should be. So typically if you have a failed D5, this would probably be the first thing I would check. I had a unit a while back that had sprung a leak, so it was running dry for a bit, and then when I put it all back together, I noticed it wasn't circulating fluid, so I figured I burned out the pump, and it was actually this pump here. So I bought 2 replacement EKs, and then I swapped it out, and then a year later, I had the next pump. I went to do some loop maintenance, and when I put it back together, it wasn't circulating fluid either. So I knew something else was up, and these pumps weren't being burned out. There had to be some other issue. So I looked into it further, and I noticed on the new pump, or the second replacement I had, inside the impeller, there's these little metal cylinders. I think the new one had 3. Yeah, 3 cylinders, and on my bad one, it only had 2. So I think one is maybe falling out, or it's being degraded, or it's losing magnetism, or some other thing where it's basically just increasing the resistance it takes to spin the thing, and then the motor just doesn't have enough juice to turn it. So the behavior is usually the pump fails when you shut the system off for a while. And me personally, I run my system pretty much 24/7, which is why I never notice the issue until I do maintenance or if I spring a leak or something else. So if you have this issue, it might be something to check. The pumps are like $100 to replace. The impellers are only $15 on AliExpress, so it's a much cheaper part to swap out, and it might save you some money. And this might not be an issue with EK, because I know EK doesn't actually manufacture pumps as far as I know. I think they outsource that, so you might see this issue across a few different brands. But just thought I'd maybe put this out there and maybe help somebody else out. Enjoy.